My lesson will be for 5th grade using the TEKS ELA 510E, which is to identify and understand the use of literary devices, including first or third person point of view. The excerpt I chose is from I Can Make This Promise by Christine Day on pages 80 through 81. It says, I want to make sure that everything's okay between us. Amelia starts to cross the room. Come on, she says. We'll go through the box, then you need to hear my brilliant idea. Millie? She stopped short. Her shoulder blades tightened beneath her shirt. This is a nickname that I haven't used in a long time, since the first day of 5th grade. When our teacher called and asked for our preferred nicknames, Amelia didn't correct him. He even clarified, Don't you go by Millie? I met your parents on orientation night. And she shook her head over and over. Amelia is fine. When I called her Millie during lunch, she sighed and said she was done with nicknames. We're 5th graders now, she said. Almost teenagers. Millie sounds like a little girl, but Amelia doesn't. That's why I need to start using it. But I remembered that request. From then on, she's been Amelia to me. But right now, I think I need to remind her how long we've known each other, how important our friendship is. I draw my breath. Are we okay? She doesn't turn around. Everything is fine, Edie. Can we go into your room and get started, please? I swallow. Push my suspicions and hurt feelings aside. Yeah, I say. Let's go. So I chose this excerpt from the book to be able to teach the first person point of view. And as a class, this is obviously a book that we would have read as a class, like they would have read pieces individually and we talk about it in class. But I would ask them to look for evidence that shows that it was first person, like the word I right there. I again, our, to me. Those are all evidence of first person. And then we would also have a discussion on how does the first person point of view allow us to understand this conflict better. So right here, this is kind of Edie's thoughts, like in a sense as to like when they're having that conversation, because if we didn't hear it from Edie's point of view, all we would hear is, come on, we'll go through the box and then you need to hear my brilliant idea. Millie, are we okay? Everything is fine. That's all we would hear. We wouldn't know the backstory that is going on in Edie's brain during that time in that argument. Or conflict, not really an argument. And then also at the end when it says, I swallow, push my suspicions and hurt feelings aside. That shows us exactly how Edie's feeling. If we would have just heard the, yeah, let's go, we would have thought everything's okay. We wouldn't have known that Edie's feelings were actually hurt. So learning from first person point of view can give you a better insight into what that character is feeling, as well as the conflict and understanding the bigger picture of the conflict rather than just what's going on in that moment. And so that's what we would push for the students to learn and look at when they're reading, and I think that this would be a perfect example to understand first person point of view.